Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am back again today. It is the following weekend since my last video. I should be set up pretty good. I brought my good luck charm with me today, so hopefully I find a lot of gold. But what I'm going to do, this is where I left off. Obviously, I'm going to keep going with that, but I hate to say it, I did some repairs on my hand dredge. It should be working better now. I just flipped the valves around. That mouse didn't chew a hole in anything. The valves are just getting worn out. So, I hate to say, I put a lot of this back last week, but I had tons of bedrock exposed that I never dredged. It's not going to take me long. I am going to scoop it all right back up, and I'm going to make a pile of it right there so it's easy to pull right back in. I'm going to get a large chunk, probably about that much, of the bedrock that I did have exposed that I know I never hand dredged. Because I really just feel like there's a few good-sized pieces probably sitting down there on the bottom, tucked into some cracks and crevices I couldn't get out. I just know there is. So it won't take me long. I'm just going to scoop all that back real quick, get the bedrock exposed, rake it super clean with my fingers. I'll probably run some back a little bit more to get that much more exposed. And then I'm going to spend like an hour or two just slurping away at the bottom. And whatever material I get from that, I'm going to run it all by itself just to see if it's full of gold. So, okay, I'm going to get started. I'm off to a late start today. It's already like 1:30 and I just now got here. I slept in a little bit this morning. But, okay, I'm going to get started. So hopefully we find a whole bunch of gold today. Alrighty. I have a bunch of material. That is pretty full. There's probably 2.5, 3 buckets in there. It's probably all I'm going to do today. Pretty tired, but I pushed back a lot of that stuff. I filled back in, exposed a lot of the bedrock again, and I hand dredged pretty much everything that was exposed. I could probably go over it again one more time just to make sure I got it all. But this is it. It's, I don't know, it's about 1/3 of a bucket worth of material that I got with my hand dredge. I'm going to run this first all by itself, and then we're going to run what's in there. But I am going to record it for a minute. We're going to see what it looks like. I may have to adjust a little bit, but we're going to see. It's not quite clearing it out fast enough. Oh yeah, that is definitely too slow. Hang on, I'm gonna set the camera down and tweak this a little bit. Hey, let's try a little bit of this now. Alright, I'm grabbing the real sandy looking stuff just to get it out of the way here. I don't really like this kind of material. It's just the lighter, fluffy stuff that sank really fast, but it's not as dense or as heavy as the rest of it, so could be gold in it. We'll get it out of the way real quick here. Guarantee once we get down into the more gravelly looking material, should be gold in there. Hopefully a bunch of it. Okay. Now we're getting into the more gravelly looking stuff. This is only taking so long to clear out because it's real fine sandy silt. Yeah, I didn't think so. There's not going to be nothing in it. Most likely, because of how I stir this stuff, I bet if there's going to be anything good in here, it's probably going to be at the bottom of the bucket. Oh, that was a big chunk I just lost. be more careful with my scoops. Yeah, I lost some more. I would still like it to clear out just a little bit faster than that. But that is good enough for now. It'll work. It'll get the job done. Got grit in my mouth. I see a piece of gold, a small piece. I covered it. Yeah, right there. We're looking for big stuff. Well, we're hoping for big stuff. Come on. It's like I said, I probably need to get closer to the bottom of my bucket here. If there was anything big in there, as I was stirring it around to get the mud out of it, I guarantee it migrated its way right to the bottom. See what looks like a iron looking BB. It's probably a piece of marcasite. Just a nice round piece. There's another piece of gold. Well, a speck of gold. That's all I consider that, just a little tiny speck. Come on, where's the big boys at? I know there's some big ones in here. There's gotta be. I'm still in the same area where I found a couple of big pickers. And I was using my hand dredge back when I found those. I've not really found anything that big again since, because I've not used my hand dredge. So, there's a bigger piece. It's still not super huge. It was back here. And it's starting to kind of show itself. It's a small flake. I'm getting closer to the bottom of the bucket. Come on, I really want you to clear out a little faster than that. Hang on, I'm gonna set my phone down. Hopefully I do not drop it in the water. That actually looks a little better. Just wiggling it around a bit, looks like it started moving faster. Doesn't take much, couple of little wiggles. Push it down into the current just a little more. It's moving a little better. Oh, come on. Do not be a big disappointment. It was such a pain in the ass running that hand dredge. I forgot how much that thing sucks. Pumping back and forth crap. Your muscles do not get used to that. Well, maybe if I did it 4 hours a day every day for 3 months, I probably would. Who wants to do that? Not me. We're getting down there. I'm gonna drag the bottom. Well, okay, I didn't drag the bottom. I just stirred it up really, really good. Seeing lots of black. Oh, there's a bigger flake. Uh-huh. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Oh man, I cannot get my bucket right. Every time I move my bucket around, it swishes the water around. There's that big old snake again. It's the same snake from last weekend. When I first got out here, I didn't have the camera going, but as soon as I got here, before I did anything, he was already swimming around in this pool. He lives somewhere close by. He's not went far at all. Come on, I want to see a big old picker or something. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I'll admit, it is really hard to do this. Usually I hold the bucket with my hand by now. There's so little material left in it. The bucket's really light and wiggling around. I just want to... There's that big minnow. He's trying to get it. That snake is determined to eat that giant creek chub. One of these days, he's going to get it. Alright, well, I'm going to stop recording. I need to hold the bucket and really scrape that last bit out, unfortunately. I will, hopefully, if I get something real nice, I will turn the camera back on and show you. Well, yeah, that sucks. I mean, yeah, I got a couple specks there, a couple small ones. That one bigger one that was right in there somewhere. It looks like it kicked up and drifted down a little further. It's still in there somewhere, but yeah, nowhere near as much as I thought there would be. So, okay, well, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, I guess. I'm not losing a bunch of it by, like, missing it, you know. I don't know, maybe I really need to hand dredge it a little better. That thing's not working all that great, I'll give it that. It kind of sucks air and blows air bubbles. It doesn't have the suction it once did. I need to replace the valves in it, so maybe that's affecting it. It's just not quite pulling hard enough to slurp up the gold very well. It's getting some of the lighter material though. I don't know. Well, we're gonna run what I gathered there, and I'm probably gonna call it a day because it'll be late by then. I got out here late, and hand dredge took up a lot of time, so we'll see what I got after that. Okie dokie. I am home, ladies and gentlemen. I did not show what was in my pan. I'll show you what I found today here when I panned it out, but I didn't find much. I only ran like 3 buckets. So it was quite disappointing. Even though I used the hand dredge on the bottom, that was it. but I'll make a couple videos here. It'll probably be like 2 pans worth. Usually I do this all the time. I'm gonna run the magnetic material. This is all real heavy iron, black sand. There's usually a few specks of gold in there, stuff that got pinched between the magnet and believe it or not, some gold is magnetic. If it has enough iron in the gold, it will be magnetic. But that's not a good way to hunt for gold because there's, you know, very, very little iron content. Usually it's not enough to get it with a magnet. But anyway, so I'm going to run that first. I'll show you what I found. Then I will pan out the rest of it and see what we have there. Then I'll add it together. And then I'll pretty much finish up the video. I'm tired. A little disappointing today. Like I said. And there was a big water droplet on the camera. But I didn't run much. Next week will be better. I'm not far from being done with that spot. And I'll be moving on to somewhere else. Hopefully golder pastures. Yeah, okay. That is all there was in the magnetic material. There's 3 little specks there and a speck there. Which usually I kind of suspected there's like never anything in the magnetic material. But I found this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. Where is it at here? It's a nice piece of clear quartz, and I swear, there it is. I swear there's a tiny piece of gold in it. Oh, come on. It won't focus good enough. Oh. I need to smash it with a hammer and find out, but there, you can kind of see it right there. No matter what angle I look at it, I can see it. It looks gold. The camera's having a hard time picking up because it is itty bitty, but I will say it might be a tiny little find, but if that really is a piece of gold in there, that is the first bit of quartz I found with gold in it. Yeah, I got some gold in here, kiddo. It's right there, see it? See the little yellow specks? But, okay, so we'll be back as soon as I pan out the rest. That's where the majority of the gold is. Okay, I didn't show the couple pans in a row, like what I found with each one. I just panned it all out here. I wanted to get it done. My back is killing me. Come on. I mean, still found gold today. I kept trying to get it a little closer together. When I put it all together like that, it always makes it look like it's, well, in all honesty, it really is nothing. It is 1/100th of a gram. But, see, I only ran like 3 buckets today. Didn't find much. However, I did find some rather cool looking rocks. So, might as well take a look at these since I didn't have a whole lot of gold. These rocks, I know it doesn't look special, but everything I found here has been at the very bottom with the gold. So whatever it is, it's incredibly dense. It's incredibly heavy. I don't know what kind of rock this is. I don't know if it's some kind of ore. It's got, I guarantee it's got some kind of metals in it. That was one. It was rather cool. I found this. This looks like a fairly large piece of garnet, but it's not very good quality. It's also very dense, very heavy, and I swear it's got gold in it. A couple of these, I want to crush them and find out. Let's see here. This is actually a rather large garnet. Not a bad looking one either. It's kind of oval, like a milk dud. Looks like a milk dud, but that's a pretty good size one. There, you can really see the nice red beauty to it. Yes, that's probably one of the largest ones I've found so far. I got a couple of them about this size, but this is probably the nicest looking one. What else we got here? A couple smaller garnets. Oh, my back is killing me so much. I cannot get into a comfy position. So, that's a smaller one. There's an even smaller one. This one's nice and clear. That's nice and clear. There's another odd looking rock. My tub is in the way. There we go. That's a little better. It's just a unique color. It's almost silvery, like it's just a little chunk of metal of some sort. It's really heavy. It was down in the bottom with the gold. What do we got here? Oh, this is obviously, this is metal. Right at the end of the day, I found a couple of chunks of marcasite, and the stuff is everywhere down there. Just out of curiosity, I smashed them with a hammer. And I think a piece of it went flying and found its way into my sluice box. That was down there too. I find tons of this stuff, so that's why it's usually not anything too extravagant. Even though it looks super pretty, it's real silvery. I find lots of it. I think that's why the gold's around. It came along with this stuff. It's not... I don't know, I googled it a while ago. It's called marcasite. It's a type of metallic mineral. It's a mixture of many different elements. It's like an alloy. Man, I cannot clear my throat. I'm sorry. And then, there was this one. Just a nice little clear piece of quartz. But okay, well, that's about it. So, my back hurts. I'm going to clean up, get something to eat, and I'm going to bed. Tomorrow I'll go back to work. So, I am not going to give up. I'm going to keep at it. I promise, one of these videos, you'll know by the label. I'm going to find it's going to be a good day again.